Like I've never been to India. I thought, I had no idea what India even looked like. I was imagining sand dunes and camels. Like I just didn't know. And so this time I had a little bit more leverage and I'm like, I'm open to it, but can I go first? Can I check out? Can I bring my wife? Can we see it? And we had this great weekend in Mumbai, beautiful city. It's tropical, it's lush, fantastic food, amazing. We went to a cricket match. It was so much fun. And then so at the end of that weekend, I'm like, yeah, we're in, let's do it. But it was a big jump in role and responsibilities because in China, I was an individual contributor, meaning I was doing my own selling and managing my own clients. And here I was the country manager, which is I was responsible for Mintel's business in India. And there's a sales part of that. There's also, we don't have all the other, we didn't at the time have HR or accounting. So I had to do some other kind of like general management stuff of our business in that country. And I was 27 at the time. So the first big challenge that I had was the two direct reports that I was going to take on right away were senior sales managers in India. They were Indian guys that had worked at Mintel in India. They were older than me. And so I knew early on, and that had applied for the job, that also wanted the job that I had gotten. So I was like, all right, the first thing I need to do is get these guys on my side, because if they either don't respect me or in this role, or for whatever reason they harbor some bad feelings about it, like this is just not going to work. I'm really going to need to lean on them. So that was the first thing I needed to tackle was trying to paint a vision of the future and where I thought we could take our company in that market and what that would mean for them in their careers. And acknowledging maybe the disappointment around not getting the role that I was taking on, but how this was still this really exciting path that we had together that we were all going to benefit from. And so I realized that if I could get people to buy into the vision that I was painting of that future, that was a first step in kind of getting people on the train going, okay, you drive, let's see what happens. And then of course, once you can deliver it or bring people to that exciting future state, then you've earned the credibility and the respect of everyone. And then that gives you the leeway to ask them to do more and better things in the future. So that was the first big thing. And then kind of unique to working internationally was I always wanted to show that I cared about local culture and language and food, and I wanted to try to learn about it as much as I can. So when I was in China, I was doing 7 a.m. language class lessons before work so I could speak as much Mandarin as possible. In India, I would try to learn as much Hindi as I could. I would never say no to a food. Everyone there just eats home cooked food brought from home, and it's amazing. So little things like that where I offered some benefit as a foreigner with a different expertise or coming from a different place and some knowledge that maybe they didn't have locally, but they help round that out with helping me learn about how things work and how it's different, because a lot of foreigners or foreign companies move to these other markets and with a sense of arrogance, like, oh, we know best. Like I've come from the US, we do everything the right way, and I'm going to teach you how to do it that way. And it doesn't work. It's not a copy and paste approach. So you have to understand what are the local nuances? How do these markets work? What do our clients expect from us? And then try to meet in the middle between that kind of local nuance with some of the learnings or best practices or experience you have from somewhere else. So that was a super fun challenge. But just personally, it was super exciting to go meet all these people and do it in a very unique and different place.